Hi, it's Dr. Greg Jantz, counselor, educator, author. Finished my 46 books. Authored 46 books. My goodness. And this is today, 41 years here at the Center, a Place of Hope, serving clients from all over the country. Depression, anxiety, addiction, post-traumatic stress disorder, trauma. And we are passionate about the whole person approach and bringing this all together, looking at every aspect of the whole person. One of those I want to share today about physical activity and its impact. That's right, its impact on mental health. We don't always think about this, but the whole person, spiritual side of our lives, physical side, nutritional side, brain chemistry, relationships, past history. One of those is that we have to look at is fitness. Do we move? Do we have exercise in our life? And exercise is not always a positive word. I get that. How about movement? Okay, here's a few thoughts around physical activity and mental health. And let me tell you, there's a lot that's been done in this arena of mental health and physical exercise or physical activity, because we know there's even studies on more of a medium to mild depression that exercise on a regular basis has at least an equal effect as an antidepressant. So this has really been looked at. Let's talk about it. It boosts your mood by increasing, and I made a note here, our feel-good chemicals in our brain. Two of those, serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin and dopamine also has a lot to do with sleep and feeling well and feeling good. When you exercise and you say, man, I released some endorphins. Yeah, you did. You increased some serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It will reduce tension in the body. And so have you ever had a massage and you go, I think I'm okay, and they start rubbing on your shoulders and you go, oh my goodness, I didn't know I was carrying so much. Physical activity helps reduce that, so that's important. We also know that it improves sleep quality. I used to work in a sleep lab. I've always had an interest between sleep and mental health and what does the relationship. And we know that if we cycle in those stages of sleep, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 is rapid eye movement, REM, and we're cycling appropriately, we're going to have more rest. If we're drinking alcohol, it's going to disturb that cycle. If we're doing drugs, it's going to disturb that cycle. If we're stressed out, it's going to disturb that sleep cycle. Getting our sleep is so important. In fact, that's the book I'm right in the middle of right now. I'm authoring a book on sleep and mental health issues because it's so important. All right. What does physical activity do? Increases. I wrote down energy and focus during the day. Really? Yes, really it does. Helps reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, if I mentioned that one. And exercise, even though you go, how does it connect it? But it builds a sense of confidence and just a general sense of accomplishment. Now, the goal, I'm not saying you have to be an athlete or spend hours at the gym. That's really not what we're talking about. Gentle movement, walking, 20-minute walk, stretching. Just get started. And the power of walking or riding a bike and that physical movement is so important. Remember, it also accesses a different part of our brain. We get more creative out there in that walk. You start to think, oh, wow, I start to think differently. Okay, even, look, 10, 15 minutes of activity can begin to change how you feel. I think what's important here is the consistency. And here's why it works. It does alter body chemistry, brain chemistry in a positive way. It gives us a break from negative thoughts. When you're doing something physical, generally there's a break from negative thoughts. And it does, because you have to focus, help you stay grounded in the moment. And it does encourage better routines overall. If you're out there, I'm just using walk as an example for 20 minutes, you're probably drinking more water, and that's good. All right. So pick something you really enjoy and go, okay, I'll do this for 30 days. I will do, if it's exercise, like walking, I will do that 4 times a week for 20 minutes. I'll just see if this makes a difference. And really, you don't have to go to the gym, but if you go to the gym, okay, then just keep a record. And, you know, if you haven't done this in a while, I remember working with a guy who was here at the Center of Place of Hope, and really to go around the block one time out of breath, you know, it's like, didn't have it. But the next week we made it around, the next week faster around, then week after that, you know, we're doing more blocks. So this does make a difference, and it can be done. Think of this: movement is a gift that can help you heal, and you don't have to be perfect with this. Just get moving. And this is why every client coming to the center gets a fitness assessment by a fitness expert that we have here, and they'll do measurements and do stretching and, you know, percentage body fat and percentage water. They'll do all that, but they'll put together a plan of movement so that you can begin right away and have a baseline of where I am. And then after we work with somebody for 4 weeks, you know, and get a second baseline, the difference that this can make. Okay, movement, exercise, physical activity has an impact. Depression, anxiety, and sleep. Think of those three in particular. And sometimes we need accountability. Maybe we need to do it with somebody. But once you get rolling, you get into this routine and pattern after 30 days, and you just keep that log and how long you exercise or walked. Keep a log of that water intake each day too. Just see over 30 days the difference it makes. It's going to be great.